Leading Brexiteer and former MP Anne Widdecombe has explained Brussels' latest threats are an attempt to hide the fact the EU is desperate for a deal with the UK. Anne Widdecombe tore into the latest explosive from Brussels this week, after the EU launched legal action against the UK. On Thursday, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen begun legal proceedings against the UK over its refusal to ditch plans to override sections of its Brexit divorce deal. Ms. Widdecombe ridiculed this threat, pointing out that the fact the EU were still at the negotiating tables shows they are desperate for a deal. She made her latest remarks in an interview with former Brexit Party MEP Martin Daubney for an episode of Brexit Unlocked. Mr. Daubney said, "How did it make you feel to this week when EC President Ursula von der Leyen threatened to take us to court, to put legal action against the UK? How did it make you feel when a tin pots bureaucrat like her treated Britain with such disrespect?" Ms. Widdecombe responded, "My attitude was okay, see you in court. It's a very long process. It's a very expensive process." The former Tory MP and Brexit Party MEP continued, "If that's what the EU wants to do with its time and money, that is down to the EU. But as far as I was concerned, it was extremely telling that despite all the court threats and issuing letters and all the rest of it, they are still there at the negotiating table. They're desperate for a deal. And we shouldn't underestimate that." Daubney questioned whether the threat was yet more posturing, yet more chest-puffing that has no real meaning. Ms. Widdecombe responded, "The one characteristic that has dominated these negotiations is that the EU just doesn't get it. They don't get that what they're now dealing with is a completely sovereign state in exactly the same way that they have to deal with, say, Canada." However, she suggested that the recent spat over the internal market bill showed the EU that we are serious, that you're not going to be able to push us around indefinitely. Ms. Widdecombe added, "That's why we've seen quite a bit of movement in recent days. They've suddenly woken up, they're dealing with an independent state." European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said the UK would have until the end of November to respond to the EU's concerns over the draft legislation. Boris Johnson is set to take control of the Brexit negotiations later today when he speaks to Ms. von der Leyen in a video conference call to take stock of negotiations and discuss next steps. The Brexit Unlocked interview is set to be broadcast on the Daily Express Facebook page on Sunday at 3 p.m.